Alright, what's up? I'm Ayan, and today I will tell you how to make a Windows bootable USB on Linux. So the first thing that we do is to download a tool known as Ventoy. So I'm gonna search Ventoy on the browser. Now here you can see this is the GitHub version. I'm gonna provide the links in the description. Always use GitHub because that's the most authentic way to download. Let's go to releases. And here you can see this is the latest and greatest version. So I'm gonna download the Linux version here. I've already made a tutorial on Ventoy for Windows. I never made one, so I'm gonna be making this for making a Windows bootable device on a Linux operating system. So this is probably new for everyone. So let's download Windows. So we need to download Windows from Microsoft's original website. The real one, you can download Windows 10, 11 or any Windows that you want. Just download the ISO image, and I'm going to show you how you can download the Windows 10 disk image. So we need to select the edition for this. I'm gonna be this is the only version that we can select. So product language, I'm gonna be going for English International because that's everyone should use. Let's confirm it. And now we're giving 32-bit and 64-bit to download. So my system is 64-bit, so I'm gonna be using the 64-bit version. So let's now, as you can see, the download is almost complete. Now if you wanna make a Linux version, so I'm gonna be showing how to download the Linux as well. So I'm using Kali Linux, so I'm gonna show you how to download the Kali Linux. This is how you can download your Kali Linux. With this Ventoy tool, you can make multiple ISO images at the same time and use both of them side by side. So I'm not gonna download Kali because I have already downloaded it. Now if you want to use something similar or simple, so let's download Linux Mint. This is required, not required but recommended. If I were to use Linux instead of Windows, so I'll be using Linux Mint. So here we go. This is how you can download Linux Mint. This is the world link. So but I'm not gonna download now because I've already downloaded Linux, and I also do not have much space left on my USB disk. So let's open the folder. This is here. You can download the Linux version, linuxstar.gz, and this is how you download Windows and other Linux stuff. Now let's go to settings. Now here you can see this is the file downloaded Ventoy. Now I'm gonna extract it right here. In Linux, it gives you the option. Now the extraction is complete. Now let's open the folder that we just extracted. Now it's not a, here we go. Now as you can see here, we not going to use the disk to disk, Ventoy to disk, because that only works for Windows. For this, we're gonna be going to readme, and now you can see how to use Ventoy on Linux. So this is the stuff if you want to use the command system, the terminal system, or whatever. But if you want to use the GUI, graphical user interface, this is how you use it. This is the Ventoy 64 something. So let me show you how to use that. Also, there is another way to use Ventoy. This is the web UI version, which uses web browsers. So let me show you the web UI first. Let's go to this website. Now as you can see, this is the web UI version. Simply use in the browser. But we're not gonna do that. Well, I'm gonna show you the other one. This is the graphical version. Now I'm gonna type in my password that I have on my machine, Linux system. Now this is working. Now we're gonna plug in the USB disk. Okay, now the USB is plugged in, as you can see here, but we're gonna refresh it here so it catches. Now here you can see this is the Linux, the USB is detected. Now I have already installed Ventoy there, but I'm gonna do it again just to show you. This is how you install Ventoy for the first time. For first time, it only just deletes everything and reformats the USB disk and makes a new partition to use Ventoy. But the whole USB is safe, and you can use your USB to make multiple ISO images. If you want to update it, just simply download the latest package of Ventoy from the GitHub page that I just showed you right here. Go into releases. Let me show you again, and download the latest version that is available. Simply download the Linux version if you are using Linux. If you are using Windows, download the Windows version. Works similar on both sides. So let me show you. Now, I've if you have downloaded the latest version, simply extract that just like we did here and open this one. Let's type in your Linux password and simply update. The update does not reformat the USB disk, it simply updates the partition that was Ventoy installed on previously. Okay, now the update is complete, as you can see here. Now, how to use it to make ISO images? Simply copy and paste. That's how you do it. Simply right click on the ISO image and send it to Ventoy, the name of your USB disk. Let's wait for it to finish the copying process. As now you can see the copying is almost complete. Okay, the files are now copied. Now let me show you on Ventoy disk. As you can see here, we have the Windows ISO image in my local storage of USB disk. But if you have enough space left, you can also use it for multiple ISO images. Simply copy other ISO images that I'm gonna show you right now. Let me open the disk, and in my work folder I got other ISO images. Well, for example, I can send my Linux version, but this is probably I do not have much space left, and also can't send my Linux Mint ISO images, but you can do that if you have a high capacity USB disk. Okay, but if you want to use it for other storage, like other stuff like storing, just like storing other stuff, you can also store other stuff on your USB disk and use it simple as ever. Let me show you how you can do that. Let's see if we can find something that, well, let's send this Ventoy tools there. I'm gonna send it to my USB. Now, as you can see, I have both ISO image and the Ventoy softwares, and now I can use it for both as a bootable USB disk, and also I can use it for simple storing stuff. Now let's show you how you can boot your ISO image and install Windows. I'm gonna simply shut down my Linux system. I'm gonna shut it down. I had to shift to my phone's camera because screen recording does not work when your PC is asleep or shut down. Okay, now I'm gonna go into BIOS. I got a special key for on my laptop, so I can go to my boot menu. You got to find BIOS and you can boot from your USB disk. I'm gonna boot from my USB disk. And this is gonna give me the Ventoy interface, and you can select if you have multiple ISO images. Anyway, that's been it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.